I never understood that everything was gonna be okay when I was going through it. I felt like there wasn't gonna be a light at the end of the tunnel. I didn't feel like I could ever love somebody again. I felt like I never wanted to give myself to another person in fear of getting lost, in fear of feeling that hurt again. And for those of you who are feeling that right now, I just want you to know that you are gonna find love again. And you are gonna be able to give yourself to somebody else again. You are gonna be okay. Today I wanted to go ahead and talk about something that I feel like a lot of girls go through, breakups and how to deal with them. Going through a breakup is one of the hardest things that we can go through. It's almost like mourning a loss of somebody in your life. The reason I wanted to kind of talk about this was because I've had some sisters or some girlfriends or people close to me that go through breakups, and you see these people that you love and they're just in such a dark place because they feel so alone, or they feel like the only form of love that they're gonna get is from that other person, and they kind of almost have lost themselves in this relationship. And I'm sure we've all been there, where we've been in codependent relationships or toxic relationships and we don't even realize it, and then somehow, it doesn't end up working out and you take a break or you break up, and then you don't know who you are as an individual and you lose yourself and you're lost in this world. So you feel that you are lost in this world. This video, more than anything, is going out to those women and even to men out there who are going through a breakup right now and just feel so alone and so lost and don't understand if there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm here to tell you that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and I want you to know that it's gonna be okay. And so this video is just to help you with some tips and tricks on how to see the end of the tunnel and how to help this healing process. Stay tuned if you want to know more. Okay, you guys, so for those of you who don't know much about me, I'm kind of the person that falls in love and just is like obsessed with that person. Like, that's all I want to talk about, that's all I want to be with. I forget my friends, I make my whole life about the other person, and I just start slowly giving up the things that I love because I love that person so much that I feel like I love them so much, so I should give up my life for them. And then you start kind of like falling into this toxic relationship because you lose yourself, and therefore you cannot be happy because you don't even know how to be happy with yourself. It's so hard when you're in a relationship to separate yourself from it and see all the red flags. I want you guys to understand that you're not alone in this. It's okay to cry. Like, you are going to cry. Like, let yourself cry. And for those of you who cry and feel weak, I want to tell you that because you're crying, you are not weak. You're strong for crying. You're analyzing the fact that you're hurt and that something inside of you just it longs for this love that you had, and it's mourning for the person that you spent so much time with and commitment with and shared these beautiful memories with, and you're separating yourself from that person. Whether it was helping you grow or it wasn't, it's still something that's so hard to let go of. And I totally get that. Not be in denial and accept the fact that yes, I am sad about this breakup, but that's okay. It's kind of tormenting if you don't let yourself know that this is going to be the end with this relationship, that you're no longer going to be with that person. Because once you tell yourself, okay, I'm no longer going to be with this person, then you can move forward. Because when you don't tell yourself that you're going to stop being with that person, then you're living in denial. You're not allowing yourself to keep moving forward because you're still looking back. So tell yourself, okay, I'm no longer going to be with you. Time to move forward. Time to begin my healing. Journaling, like, talk to yourself, listen to your inner thoughts. Working out is something that is so important to me, and is something that I strongly believe in. And the reason I believe in working out is not just like physically working out, going to the gym. It can mean dancing, it can mean doing yoga, it can mean going for a run, it can mean swimming, it can mean playing tennis, going outside and just throwing a ball around, being active, exercising your body. Your body needs attention just as much as your mind does. And when you practice your body and your mind and your spirit always, and you're constantly practicing all of them, you are living in peace and tranquility, because you're not just focusing on, my mind all the time, or you're not just focusing on being spiritual all the time. You have to kind of work on all of them together so they come together and you feel peaceful. Having family is amazing, so make sure you lean on your friends and your family. You heal better than knowing that you have love around you and support around you, and you really do. If you just ask for a hand of help, you will be surprised how many people around you will help you. Another great tool for helping you deal with this is reading. Self-help books are amazing, guys. There are people out there who are therapists who specialize in these topics that have put information into pages and sell them at local places so you can receive them, open them up and read and learn. This is like having conversations with people. Don't look at self-help books as a negative. Look at them as a positive. I mean, I have learned so much from self-help books. Now that you are no longer in a relationship, you're probably gonna have a lot of time being by yourself. Make that time positive. This is your time to heal. This is your time to be alone, to learn. There's a reason you are going through this. Do not allow yourself to fall into depression. Do not allow yourself to just, want to get back with this person just because you feel like you can't stand on your own. You can stand on your own. I'm telling you, you can stand on your own. Now, get up and go do something about it. Find that time that you have with yourself. Start going on YouTube and finding inspiration. Write that book that you've always been wanting to write. Go do some poetry. Go see some theater. Go on a date by yourself. Go sign up for a local gym and go work out. Start taking some pictures of yourself. Start a portfolio. Make a website. Take an acting class. Take a dancing class. Take a singing lesson. Cook. Take a cooking class. There are so many things that you can do that will help you in this process. Find ways to be with people. Join a local church. Join a book club. Sign up for things that have people. Join a softball league. All I'm saying, guys, is there is community around you. And when you find community, you're gonna find that you are not alone. Whatever your religion preference is, lean into that. Because sometimes when you can't not feel lost, to not feel emptiness, to not feel peace and stillness, and you're filled with worry and darkness and you're consumed by all of these dark things in your life, the best thing you can lean into is your faith. Because when you just release, that's when you're gonna find stillness. You may start seeing a little bit of light come into your life, and hopefully that can also be a tool for you. Go see a therapist. There's nothing wrong with seeing a therapist. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not crazy for going to see a therapist. It's totally okay to go sit with somebody, tell them about your problems, and then what they're gonna do is they're gonna kind of try to change the way your thought process is. Because every day you're waking up and sometimes you get into a routine of just thinking the same thing again and again and again and again and again. But when you go talk to somebody, sometimes you change those patterns in your mind and they say something that makes you question something that you've been repeating. Healing process can sometimes be agonizing. I had this quote that says, the bigger the challenge, the greater the reward. And I kept telling myself, I hope there's some great prize at the end of this. And there is some great prize at the end of this challenge. It's just saying that you are okay being by yourself. Being in a relationship means that you are an individual and the other person is an individual, and you come together individually to create something as a collaboration. Not that you come together and you lose yourselves and become one. You start sacrificing and you just lose who you are and your purpose in your life. It's just temporary. Pain is temporary and suffering is a choice. You don't have to choose to suffer forever. You can allow yourself to heal. And yes, healing is a process, but I promise one day it's gonna be okay. And you're gonna fall in love again with somebody else. And then you're gonna look back and be like, wow, how silly of me. Or I'm so glad that I went through that. Everything in life is just a learning process. You guys are all beautiful and you guys are all enough, and everything is gonna be okay, all right? This too shall pass. Bye, guys.